All right, here it is. The first of the Yukon actual toolboxes, not a workbench. They distinguish the workbench by having this here with a wood on it. Now you could put a wood top. There's holes down in there. You could possibly bolt something on. I mean, it's metal. You can drill through it. You can do whatever you want. I gotta say, the mat on this, it's not like ridiculously thick, but it's a lot better than I was expecting. I've seen some of the budget carts, and they're basically like cheap foam. And this is a legit hard rubber mat. I'm really happy with that. The Yukon badge. You know we like our bears, so we gotta like that. Ball bearing drawer slides. All right, so the next question, of course, is going to be drawer width and depth. So this is what differentiates this as a toolbox more than the top, and that is the height of the drawers. If you look at the 9 drawer, it's nice, it's deep, but all the drawers are like that deep at least, which means for shallow items, if you want to lay them flat, you're going to have a ton of wasted space. And we'll fill this up and I'll show you what I mean. But let's take a look at it empty. There's the inside. First negative, like any budget cart. And I'm going to slam it out here. For those of you who don't know, a lot of times when you get them, the slides will stick and the drawer won't come all the way out. So I've pulled on this as hard as I can. That's a significant overhang, all right? There's just no two ways about it. That is, let's see, it's got to be at least an inch, if not more. I'm looking at least an inch and a half on that. Which on the top drawer, it's annoying. It's not, it's not the end of the world, but I mean, for a budget cart, it is what it is. But let's look at total width. Let me turn off my laser. We'll look at total width on this. All right, we'll hook it down there, come down here. We're looking at 30, not quite 32. All right, it's not quite 32. Total depth on it is, we're looking at right around 15, and then height on it, on this drawer right there, we're just 1 3/4, it looks like. And I will say this, so the mats in here, these are more foam-like, unlike this. This is about the same you're going to get on the U.S. General as far as the mat. I know I'm playing up this whole mat thing. I'm used to the Craftsman one, and the mat that's on top of the Craftsman is essentially this kind of foam like you get in here, which is this kind of stuff. It's very much more akin to a foam than a hard rubber. But let's look at the rest of these, okay? Next drawer, this one's going to be identical. Again, you're still going to get that overhang, but on this drawer, now look, they come out the same depth. They're both single rails on this, all right? The same depth, but because it's not snugged under there, that recess down there is almost non-existent. It's less than half an inch. It really makes it a lot more accessible. It's really only the first drawer that suffers from that. There you can see this one, you can full access here. Again, the width and the depth are going to be the same. It's only going to be the height that's different. You're looking at 4.5 on that. I keep turning on the laser. This one's also going to be 4.5 on that one. And again, we pull all the way out, full access on either side. People always want the back and forth shake. This is actually, there's no wobble. If you pull it all the way out, I mean, sure, if I push it in, I can get some wobble, but it's not bad. Again, we're single slide on this one, and then the bottom drawer, like very much everything else in this class, you're gonna get the dual slides on this, and we're gonna get a significant change to that depth. Let me bring the tape measure back in, and we're looking at almost 9 inches on that depth. Add your own comments there. Anyway, and again, that overhang here, we got, looks like 1 inch on this one. So And as I showed before, the height is almost identical on the wheels. It's just the top there. There's your locking mechanism on it. The side, it's just your average toolbox. You got non-swivel on this side. You got swivel wheels on the other side. You get to choose what side you put them on. Same with this. Make sure, usually you want to put the swivels on the side with the handle. Straight through bolts, not the sheet metal screws like you see. Again, I'm going to call it the Craftsman on that. Sorry, I just came in out of the cold, and it's snowing here in Montana in spring. We're supposed to get 5 inches today. And this is from an upcoming video I have. And I just wanted to show you what it looks like with some tools in it. And this is the benefit of these slim drawers I keep talking about, why they're useful, why you want them, because there's a lot of slim tools out there and you don't need to be wasting deep drawers on slim tools. Now here's the sockets standing up. We got deeps, we got shallows, in socket trays, filling them up. Now of course these are the socket trays that we sell for the Quinn Master sets. This is the Quinn Master Technician set. As you can see, it doesn't quite match up, so we're going to be coming out with a whole set just for that. But that said, as you can see, this is the way you're going to maximize the usage on this. You put the taller tools in the tall drawers, slim tools in the slim drawers, miscellaneous down below, and of course cases, boxes, and stuff down in the bottom drawer. Because people are already asking, how does it compare height-wise with the 44 inch or whatever? It's lower. It's you know, significantly lower. Even though the wheels, if you look down there, that's about the same height. But no, it's not the same size box. All right, this is my new desk side toolbox. That's what we're upgrading. I had 2 of these over here. And as nice as they were, this I think is going to be so much better. They both have soft close. Got to put these away. We'll see how it works. I'll let you know. When you hear me complaining about these Craftsman carts, this right here, these little sheet metal screws, this has been sitting here next to my desk. It doesn't move, doesn't go anywhere, and still has managed to get that loose. All right, and let's talk pricing. This is currently on Harbor Freight's website. Some people have been saying they're already in stores. Mine's showing limited stock here in Bozeman. You get it in 3 colors. You got blue, black, and red. 36 by 18. We already showed you the dimensions. Coming in at $329. Is it worth it? Is this what we've been looking for? Honestly, I'm pretty excited about this because there's been some people, let's just say it, there's been some people who complain, and there's always going to be people who complain, saying that Harbor Freight has forgotten where they came from and that they're no longer the home of cheap tools. And I've said for the longest time, that's entirely not true because they have that good, better, best. You know, the cheap tools are still the quote-unquote good tools. They're still there. They're still cheap. They're still disposable. I mean, pick up a 12-volt Warrior drill. That's disposable, all right? But the better and the best is what's new, and that's all they're focusing on. But there is one area they were right, and that is tool storage. The U.S. General, you know, Series 1 back in the day, that was a cheap toolbox. Series 2, that was a decent toolbox. In fact, I'm going to try and put on screen a picture of one that I took at my local mechanic shop. I was in there. They do tires and stuff, but they do like truck tires and like farm tires bigger than you. How about that? They do a lot of that stuff. All the farmers and ranchers and stuff come into town to get their tires done here. Plus they do other stuff. So these guys do serious work. They're not just, you know, changing tires on your Accord or something like that. And this is one of the toolboxes that they use there and they've used for years. And then, of course, the Series 3 blew everyone away. At this point, you're actually looking at a super high-end prosumer to value pro kind of box. This is the kind of box that literally you could work out of for years before needing to upgrade. But where did that leave the entry-level people? And that's why I've been saying recently, and people who've been around the channel will attest, I've been saying, hey, maybe you should consider those old Craftsman toolboxes that I've been complaining about, as you saw in the video. And that's why I've been complaining about them. But as everything, and not just U.S. General, as everything else got more expensive, they just kind of stayed where they were. And at that point, comparatively speaking, not a bad deal. But with this, that's putting a new anchor in the market, pulling it back down to reasonable levels. Because if we look at this, $329 at launch, I mean, as much as the next guy, I'm hoping it's going to come down lower around 300, sub 300. It's going to be a hot item. There's already people right now just clamoring to get this thing. It's going to be one of these almost meme kind of tool kind of things. When it goes on sale, a 20% coupon, just forget speculation, a 20% coupon will take this down to sub 270. That's a 36-inch box, which is perfect for the home gamer. A lot of people are like, it's not big enough. Yeah, there's always people going to complain, like I just said. For the home gamer, and that's who this is for, or you know what? The pro who just needs a second box to store stuff in and have a little workspace, it's perfectly fine for that, all right? It's not the one you're going to lug around and it's going to roll over like with an actual service card or something. It's just going to sit in the corner, have stuff in it, and rebuild, alternators and whatnot on top. I don't know, do they still rebuild alternators in a shop, or they probably just get cores and whatnot? Anyway, point is, I think it's got a place. And I reached out to my Harbor Freight contacts, and here's what I was able to get. Right now, just these 3 colors. If it does well, expect to see other colors. I said, why is there no white? And they said, well, quite frankly, because we hate you. And then I said, what about a top box? And they said, I don't know. There's a discussion. We don't know. Okay. I'm like, what about bigger boxes? They're like, no comment. No comment. We always know what no comment means. If it's no, it's no. If it's no comment, that's not a no, is what that is. I'm expecting bigger. Question is, how big? It's going to be bigger, is what I'm guessing. I'm guessing there's going to be a second one bigger. Don't expect a hutch. Keep dreaming. I don't think a hutch is going to happen. People are still waiting for hutches for the 44 U.S. General. Don't see it happening, okay? It's not usually a home gamer thing. I'm personally against hutches, but I was talking to my contact at Harbor Freight. He's like, I was with you. He's like, then I got a hutch for mine at home. It's just really nice. And I'm like, it looks nice. Don't get me wrong. It looks nice. But the thing about this is bringing back the good level. And it's pretty darn good. Now, a lot of people are like, it's just the U.S. General Series 2. Like, that's a bad thing. I don't see anything wrong with that for the home gamer. Remember, you got a 2-car garage, you put a box up, you're like, it needs to be 60 inches deep. That means that when you open that drawer, 30 inches, that's 60 inches total, 30 and 30, okay? You can't do that with a vehicle in there, all right? That's not a usable garage, that's a shop. And now if you can turn your garage into a full-time shop, I've done it, good on you, that's great. Most people can't. Most people. Everyone's talking about, well, I can't use it, so it's stupid. No, dude, they're not worried about you. They're worried about most people. And an 18-inch deep box, this is a great work. I'm talking about it like it's right here because it is right next to me. That's where I parked it. It's right next to me. That's a great work surface. It's got the same mat you're going to get on the U.S. General. I'm psyched about that. I'm overly psyched. I don't know why. It's got the soft close drawers, which for light-duty use is good. I like it. I know I've come around on those. Big storage down top, the couple smaller drawers, and that's the thing. That's what makes it really different. People are like, the 9 drawer. I've had several. If you're on the channel, I've had 4, maybe 5 9-drawer carts from different brands. They're all the same. They're all the same. The best use I found for a 9-drawer is next to my barbecue. I use it as an outdoor kitchen. I tarp it in the winter, end of the summer, so it doesn't get rained on. And then you got this nice wood top where I can chop things up. I got drawers I can put pans and knives and all sorts of spices and whatnot. You need these thin drawers you're not going to get on the 9-drawer, okay? You need this kind of work surface that you can get messy with oil and all sorts of other junk that you can't do on the 9-drawer. I think it's a good option. I think a lot of people are really going to like it. It may not be the right one for you. Remember, everyone does their thing differently. May not be perfect for you, but let me know. Is this what you're looking for? Should there be changes? How big should they go? Put your comments down there. As you know, Harbor Freight reads the comments. Who knows what they'll come up with next, listening to you. Anyway, I'm stoked because I love to see them fixing a hole in their pricing ladder. They're coming in because they just had the U.S. General had just gotten out of reach for some people, and they're fixing that, and I'm all here for it. So let me know what you think. If you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe Ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.